Hi there and welcome to How Do I Homeschool? My name is Rebecca Devitt and today we're going to be talking about signs that your children are doing busy work, fluff work, instead of real work. Before we get started, make sure you sign up to this channel. Hit the subscribe button, there's a little bell button beside it you can hit and you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. First of all, let's look at what busy work is. Busy work is fluff work. It's work that takes a lot of your child's attention, but they don't get much value from it educationally. It might take a lot of their time, but they don't learn a lot from it. Your student might look very busy when they're doing the work, but they're really not learning that much before. That might be because they already know the work and they're just reviewing it, and that's okay sometimes, but if they're reviewing it time and time again and they don't need to, it is busy work. Some teachers think busy work is useful if a substitute teacher is taking the class. This is because the old teacher doesn't want the substitute teacher to introduce new material until they're back. But this is only useful for the teacher. It's not actually any good for the students. They're just sitting there having empty time, wasting and kicking their heels. So let's talk about the signs of busy work. The first sign that your child is doing busy work is that they've done the material thoroughly before. One of the hallmarks of busy work is repetition. They've done the subject so many times. While sometimes children need repetition to learn a subject thoroughly, often they're just going over and over it again and they don't need to. It's much better to get children out into nature, to let them run around instead of embittering them towards education by mind-numbing repetition. The second clue that your children might be doing busy work is that the material they're looking at does not further their education. The point of education is to further a child's knowledge, but if they're not getting that, and if it's just, again, if it's repetition, you're not going forward, then we have to question whether they should be doing it at all. Ask yourself if your student would benefit more from going out into the garden and kicking a ball, doing something with their family, or just being out in nature. Unfortunately, busy work is a favourite of some teachers and they use it to keep children busy at school. They always say, we must keep the children busy. Oh my goodness, what happens if they're not busy? They might be left to their own and they might find something interesting to do. We must keep their brains busy. This is an inherent criticism of school that I have and that a lot of homeschooling teachers, that is teachers who have a lot of criticisms with school and have started homeschooling as a result, have with the school system. The third sign that your children might be doing busy work is that the work they're doing is irrelevant to the subject they're being taught. They might be handed a sheet to do that is work that is too hard for them or that is too simple and that they've already done before. Some might be good, but a lot of them are irrelevant and they're just designed to fill up time at the end of the classroom. The fourth way to identify if your children are doing busy work is that the work is boring. Children are given these sheets and they're bored to tears, but they have to get through it. And so they're working at a base level, just trying to slog through it. They're not enjoying the experience and they're certainly not learning it very well. Children learn best when they're interested in a subject. They learn best when they're doing interest-based education. They don't learn much when they're not interested in a subject. And when they're bored with a subject, how much are they going to learn then? So try and stay away from curricula that bore children and try and move towards a curriculum that's going to interest them. The fifth clue as to whether your child is doing busy work is that your child is too advanced for the material that's given to them. The next one is perhaps a problem with school. School says that all children about the same age should be doing about the same material. But unfortunately, in a lot of schools, the handouts given to children are too advanced for some and it's too easy for others. And the handouts given that are too easy for the children perhaps who are the smartest at the top, it's going to be busy work for them because they can do so much more. This will be a big problem if you have a child who is gifted or twice gifted. Now you can't remedy that much in a school, but you can remedy it if you homeschool. You can give your children harder work. You can give them work they're actually interested in, and in that way you can develop their talents and interests more. And in that way, homeschooling will be a great fit for these children. A homeschooling education is a great option for children like these who are frustrated with the work they're being given at school. Homeschooling allows parents to pace children. The children can pace themselves and work as quickly as they want. At the same time, if your child is perhaps disabled and they're struggling with the material, they can work as slowly as they need to. But why do teachers assign Busywork to begin with? Well, a lot of substitute teachers put in Busywork because they don't want to interrupt the flow that the normal teachers are teaching. The second reason they might do Busywork is because they're exhausted. The third reason they might do it is to fill up time at the end of the day. And of course, another reason they might do it is just because they're lazy. So what do you think? Do your kids do Busywork? Do they do Busywork perhaps in their homeschooling curriculum, perhaps at their school? Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening today. I really enjoy making these videos. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.